Today we're going to talk about the most important project you will ever undertake you. Not the you of yesterday, not the you defined by your mistakes or your failures, but the you of today, the one who stands here with the power to rebuild, to rise, and to reclaim your life like never before. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you looked in the mirror and truly saw what you're capable of? Not just the surface reflection, but the untapped potential burning inside you. Most people don't even scratch the surface of what they're capable of because they're shackled by the stories they tell themselves, stories of not being good enough, smart enough, or strong enough. Well, I'm here to tell you it's time to smash those lies into a million pieces. You see, life isn't about avoiding storms. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. Every setback, every heartbreak, every challenge, they're not roadblocks, they're building blocks. This isn't the end of your story, it's the beginning of your transformation. You might be sitting there thinking, but I've failed too many times, I've hit rock bottom. And I say good, because when you're at the bottom, you've got nowhere to go but you pee. That's the moment where champions are born. That's where resilience is forged. The people who achieve greatness aren't the ones who never fell down. They're the ones who got up over and over again, no matter how hard they are. To rebuild yourself, you need three things. One, clarity of vision. What do you truly want? Not what society says you should want, but what sets your soul on fire. Define it, because a clear target is impossible to miss. Two, unshakable belief. Doubt will come knocking. It always does, but it's your belief in yourself that will slam the door in its face. You are the architect of your life. If you don't believe in you, who will? Three, massive action. Knowledge without action is useless. Dreams without effort are fantasies. Stop overthinking. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment is no doubt. Remember this, the past is a lesson, not a sentence. It's there to teach you, not define you. Use it to propel yourself forward, not hold yourself back. You've got something extraordinary within you, and the world is waiting for it. This is your moment. This is your time to rebuild, step into the storm, face the challenge, transform the pain into power. And when you do, you won't just rebuild yourself, you'll rise as a force to be reckoned with. Because you are limitless, you are unstoppable. And starting today, nothing, and I mean nothing, can hold you back. Resilience is the cornerstone of human potential, the invisible force that separates those who thrive from those who merely survive. It is not just a trait, it is a skill, a mindset, and a way of life that empowers us to rise from the ashes of adversity and forge a path to a brighter future. Resilience is what enables us to weather the storms of life, not as victims of circumstance, but as architects of our destiny. It is the silent strength that carries us forward when everything around us seems to conspire against our progress, the fuel that propels us beyond the limits of our doubts and fears. Life is unpredictable, filled with twists and turns that challenge even the most prepared among us. Plans crumble, relationships falter, dreams are delayed, and setbacks strike when we least expect them. In these moments, it is not talent or intelligence that determines our ability to move forward. It is resilience. Resilience is the inner resolve to stand firm when the ground beneath us shakes, to adapt when the winds of change blow, and to rebuild when the structures we relied upon collapse. It is the belief that no matter how hard we fall, we have the strength to rise again. Resilience is not about avoiding pain or discomfort. It is about facing them head on with courage and determination. It is about understanding that challenges are not barriers, but opportunities to grow. Every trial, every obstacle, every hardship is a teacher offering us lessons that shape our character and sharpen our resolve. Resilient individuals do not shy away from difficulty. They embrace it as a necessary part of the journey. They understand that strength is not built in the absence of struggle, but in the heart of it. At its core, resilience is the ability to adapt. It is the recognition that change is inevitable and that clinging to the past only hinders our progress. Resilient people are like rivers flowing around rocks, constantly adjusting their course while maintaining their momentum. They do not resist change, they harness it, using it to carve out new paths and create new possibilities. They understand that flexibility is not a weakness, but a strength, a tool that allows them to navigate the unpredictable terrain of life with grace and determination. Resilience is also deeply rooted in perspective. It is the ability to see beyond the immediate pain or difficulty and focus on the bigger picture. It is about recognizing that every setback is temporary, a momentary pause in the greater narrative of our lives. Resilient individuals do not allow themselves to be consumed by negativity or despair. Instead, they cultivate a mindset of hope and optimism, believing that better days are ahead and that every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger. They refuse to be defined by their circumstances, choosing instead to define their circumstances through their actions and attitudes. Another critical aspect of resilience is self-belief. Resilient people possess an unshakable faith in their ability to overcome challenges and achieve their goals. This self-confidence is not arrogance, but a deep understanding of their inner strength and potential. They trust themselves to handle whatever comes their way, drawing on their past experiences as evidence of their ability to endure and succeed. This self-belief acts as a shield against doubt and fear, enabling them to move forward even in the face of uncertainty. Resilience is not a solitary endeavor. It is often nurtured through connection and community. Resilient individuals understand the importance of seeking support and surrounding themselves with people who uplift and inspire them. They know that strength is not about going alone, but about leaning on others when needed and offering support in return. Resilience is built through relationships, through the bonds that remind us we are not alone in our struggles and that together we can overcome anything. Resilience also requires a deep sense of purpose. It is the driving force that keeps us moving forward when the road gets tough. Purpose gives meaning to our struggles, transforming them from mere hardships into stepping stones on the path to a greater goal. Resilient individuals are guided by a clear sense of direction, a vision that inspires them to persevere no matter how daunting the journey. This sense of purpose acts as a beacon, lighting the way even in the darkest of times. Another key element of resilience is emotional regulation. Resilient people are not immune to stress, fear, or frustration, but they have learned how to manage these emotions effectively. They do not allow themselves to be overwhelmed by negative feelings. Instead, they acknowledge and process them in a healthy way. They practice self-care, mindfulness, and other techniques that help them maintain their emotional balance. By staying calm and centered, they are better equipped to handle challenges and make sound decisions under pressure. Resilience is not something we are born with. It is something we cultivate over time. It is the result of deliberate effort, practice, and a willingness to learn from our experiences. Every time we face a challenge and overcome it, we strengthen our resilience, building a reserve of inner strength that we can draw upon in future trials. Resilience is like a muscle that grows stronger with use, a skill that becomes more refined with each test we face. Resilience is not just about surviving, it is about thriving. It is about using our struggles as a springboard to greater heights, transforming adversity into an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Resilient individuals do not settle for merely getting by, they strive for excellence, using their experiences to become better, wiser, and more capable. They understand that every challenge is an invitation to rise to a higher level of existence, to push beyond their limits and achieve their full potential. Resilience is a testament to the indomitable human spirit. It is a reminder that we are stronger than we think, capable of enduring more than we imagine. It is the force that enables us to turn our pain into purpose, our struggles into strength, and our setbacks into comebacks. Resilience is the bridge between where we are and where we want to be, the foundation upon which we build our dreams, and the fuel that powers us toward their realization. Transformation is the essence of life's journey, a profound shift from one state of being to another, the evolution that occurs when we allow ourselves to grow, to change, and to embrace the unknown. It is not a single moment or an isolated event, but a continuous process that unfolds as we challenge and seek growth and strive to become the best versions of ourselves. Transformation is the shedding of old skins, the breaking of outdated patterns, and the emergence of something entirely new, a reflection of our potential and the infinite possibilities that lie within us. The journey of transformation often begins in discomfort. It is born from a deep yearning for something different, something better, something more aligned with who we are and who we aspire to be. This discomfort, though unsettling, is a catalyst that pushes us to examine our lives, question our choices, and confront the truths we may have avoided. It is in these moments of discomfort that the seeds of transformation are planted, waiting to be nurtured by courage, determination, and a willingness to step outside our comfort zones. Transformation requires a profound shift in perspective. It demands that we let up limiting beliefs and embrace a mindset of possibility and growth. It is about seeing challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities, as invitations to learn, to adapt, and to expand our horizons. Transformation is not about escaping our past or erasing our mistakes. It is about integrating them, learning from them, and using them as stepping stones to build a stronger, more resilient foundation. It is the realization that every experience, no matter how painful or difficult, has shaped us and contributed to our evolution. At the heart of transformation is the willingness to take risks, It is about stepping into the unknown, embracing uncertainty, and trusting in our ability to navigate uncharted waters. Transformation is not a path for the faint of heart. It requires boldness, tenacity, and a deep faith in the process. It is about leaving behind the familiar, even when it feels safe and comfortable, and venturing into new territory where growth and discovery await. Transformation is the courage to leap, knowing that the ground beneath us may shift, but trusting that we will find our footing. Transformation also involves a deep connection with our inner selves. It is about tuning into our desires, our values, and the purpose, and aligning actions with them. It is a journey of self-awareness, of peeling back the layers to uncover our true essence, and living in a way that is authentic and meaningful. Transformation requires us to listen to the whispers of our hearts, to honor our intuition, and to follow the path that resonates with our soul, even when it defies logic or convention. It is about being true to ourselves and creating a life that reflects our unique identity and aspirations. The process of transformation is not linear. It is a winding path filled with twists, turns, and detours. It is marked by moments of progress and setbacks, clarity and confusion, triumphs and failures. But through it all, transformation teaches us patience and perseverance. It reminds us that growth takes time, that change is a gradual unfolding, and that every step forward, no matter how small, is significant. Transformation is not about perfection. It is about progress, about becoming a little better, a little stronger, and a little wiser each day. Transformation is deeply personal, but it is also influenced by the people and environments around us. It is about surrounding ourselves with those who inspire, support, and challenge us to grow. It is about seeking out mentors, role models, and communities that encourage us to rise to our potential. Transformation often requires us to let go of relationships or environments that no longer serve us, that hold us back or keep us stuck in old patterns. It is about creating a space that nurtures our growth and allows us to thrive. Transformation also requires action. It is not enough to dream of change or to wish for a different reality. We must take deliberate, consistent steps toward our goals. Transformation is built on the foundation of discipline, effort, and commitment. It is about showing up for ourselves every day, even when it feels hard, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. Transformation is about doing the work, embracing the struggle, and finding strength in the process. It is about taking ownership of our lives and actively creating the future we envision. A key aspect of transformation is the ability to let go. It is about releasing the fears, doubts, and insecurities that weigh us down and hold us back. It is about forgiving ourselves and others, letting go of grudges and regrets, and freeing ourselves from the chains of the past. Transformation is about decluttering our minds and our lives, making space for new opportunities, new perspectives, and new possibilities. It is about trusting that by letting go of what no longer serves us, we open ourselves to something greater. Transformation is also a journey of empowerment. It is about recognizing our own agency, our own ability to shape our lives and influence our circumstances. It is about stepping into our power and taking control of our destiny. Transformation is the realization that we are not victims of our circumstances, but creators of our reality. It is about embracing our strength, our resilience, and our potential, and using them to overcome challenges and achieve our dreams. A transformation is not just about changing our external circumstances. It is about changing who we are in our core. It is about becoming more compassionate, more open-minded, and more self-aware. It is about cultivating qualities like patience, gratitude, and humility. Transformation is about expanding our hearts and minds, about becoming not just better individuals, but better members of our communities and the world at large. It is about contributing to something greater than ourselves and leaving a positive impact on those around us. The beauty of transformation is that it is never complete. It is an ongoing process, a continuous journey of growth and discovery. It is about embracing the idea that we are always evolving, always learning, always becoming. Transformation is a reminder that there is no finish line, no final destination. It is about finding joy and fulfillment in the journey itself, in the process of becoming the best version of ourselves. Transformation is not a destination, but a way of life, a commitment to growth, and a celebration of our limitless potential. Breakthrough is the moment when everything changes, the instant when barriers crumble and the impossible becomes possible. It is the culmination of persistence, effort, and belief, a powerful realization that what once held us back no longer has the power to do so. A breakthrough is not simply an external event, it is an internal shift, a deep awakening that transforms the way we see ourselves, our circumstances, and the world around us. It is the point where frustration and struggle give way to clarity and progress, where the weight of limitations lifts, and we step into a new realm of potential. Every breakthrough begins with a challenge, a struggle, or a seemingly insurmountable obstacle. It is often born from a place of discomfort, frustration, or even despair, where the familiar no longer serves us, and the desire for change becomes undeniable. This yearning for something different ignites the spark of a breakthrough, compelling us to dig deeper, to push harder, and to confront the limitations that have held us back. Breakthroughs do not come easily or without effort. They require us to face the discomfort of growth, to confront our fears, and to challenge the beliefs that have kept us in place. A breakthrough is not merely the result of external circumstances aligning. It is the product of an internal shift in mindset. It is the moment we realize that the power to change our lives lies within us, that we are not bound by our past or our current circumstances, but by the choices we make and the actions we take. Breakthroughs occur when we let go of excuses, when we stop blaming external factors for our struggles, and when we take full responsibility for our lives. They are moments of empowerment where we reclaim our agency and step into the role of creator rather than victim of our destiny. The journey to a breakthrough often feels like a battle, a tug of war between our aspirations and our doubts. It is a process of persistence, of trying and failing, of falling and rising again. Breakthroughs are not linear. They are messy, unpredictable, and often frustrating. But it is in this struggle that we find our strength, our resilience, and our determination. Each setback, each failure, each moment of doubt is a stepping stone on the path to a breakthrough, teaching us the lessons and building the skills we need to move forward. Breakthroughs require us to step out of our comfort zones, to venture into the unknown, and to take risks. They demand courage, because breaking through a barrier means facing the fear of failure, rejection, or uncertainty. It is about embracing vulnerability, about being willing to try even when success is not guaranteed. Breakthroughs happen when we stop playing it safe, when we challenge the status quo, and when we dare to dream bigger than we ever thought possible. They are the result of bold action, of taking the first step, even when the path ahead is unclear. A breakthrough is also a shift in perspective, a new way of seeing the world and our place in it. It is the realization that the limitations we once believed in are not fixed or permanent, but self-imposed and malleable. A breakthrough often involves questioning the beliefs, assumptions, and stories we have told ourselves and replacing them with a new narrative of possibility and potential. It is the moment when we realize that we are capable of more than we ever imagined, and that the only thing truly holding us back is ourselves. Breakthroughs often come after a period of struggle or stagnation, when it feels as though we are spinning our wheels or hitting a wall. These moments of frustration and doubt are not signs of failure. They are signs that we are on the verge of a breakthrough. They are the pressure that forces us to grow, the catalyst that pushes us to think differently and act boldly. Breakthroughs are the result of persistence, of refusing to give up even when progress seems slow or non-existent. They are the reward for staying the course, for continuing to strive and believe even when the odds seem stacked against us. Breakthroughs are not just about achieving external success. They are about internal transformation. They are moments of clarity where we reconnect with our purpose, our values, and our passions. A breakthrough often involves a deep realization about what truly matters, about what we want from life, and about who we want to be. It is a moment of alignment where our actions and choices come into harmony with our true selves. Breakthroughs are not just about reaching a goal. They are about becoming the person who can achieve that goal. The power of a breakthrough lies in its ability to create momentum. It is the moment when everything starts to click, when the progress that once felt slow or impossible suddenly accelerates. A breakthrough is a tipping point where the effort we have invested begins to pay off and the results start to compound. It is the moment when we realize that all the work, all the struggle, and all the sacrifice were worth it, because they have brought us to a place of greater possibility and potential. Breakthroughs are the turning points that propel us to new heights and open doors we never thought possible. Breakthroughs are deeply personal, and they look different for everyone. For some, a breakthrough might be overcoming a fear or breaking free from a limiting belief. For others, it might be achieving a long-held goal, discovering a new passion, or finding a sense of peace and fulfillment. What matters is not the size or scope of the breakthrough, but the impact it has on our lives and our sense of self. Each breakthrough, no matter how small, is a victory, a testament to our strength and resilience, and a stepping stone to even greater achievements. The beauty of a breakthrough is that it is never the end of the journey. It is always the beginning of something new. A breakthrough is a doorway to new possibilities, new challenges, and new opportunities for growth. It is a reminder that we are always evolving, always capable of more, and always moving forward. Breakthroughs inspire us to keep striving, to keep pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible, and to continue growing into the best versions of ourselves. They are moments of triumph, of transformation, and of limitless potential.
Self-mastery is the ultimate journey of understanding, refining, and controlling oneself to achieve personal excellence and a life aligned with purpose and values. It is a commitment to becoming the architect of your own destiny, taking full ownership of your actions, emotions, and decisions.
At its core, self-mastery is about discipline, self-awareness, and the relentless pursuit of improvement. It is the foundation upon which true success and fulfillment are built, as it empowers individuals to rise above external circumstances and internal conflicts to live a life of intention and integrity. Self-mastery begins with self-awareness, the ability to observe and understand one's thoughts, emotions, and behaviors without judgment. It requires an honest appraisal of who you are, including your strengths, weaknesses, desires, and fears. This level of introspection allows you to identify patterns and tendencies that may be holding you back or pushing you forward. Self-awareness is not just about acknowledging what lies on the surface, it's about diving deep into your inner world to uncover the motivations, beliefs, and values that shape your decisions and actions. This heightened awareness provides clarity, helping you to make choices that align with your goals and aspirations. Achieving self-mastery demands discipline, the ability to do what needs to be done, even when it's not easy or convenient. Discipline is the bridge between intention and action, between dreams and reality. It requires consistency, perseverance, and a willingness to delay gratification for the sake of long-term success. Discipline is not about perfection, but about progress. It's about showing up every day, even when the path feels difficult or uncertain. It is the habit of keeping commitments to yourself, honoring your goals, and refusing to be swayed by fleeting impulses or distractions. Another cornerstone of self-mastery is emotional regulation, the ability to manage your emotions in a way that serves your highest good. This does not mean suppressing or ignoring your emotions, but rather understanding and channeling them effectively. Emotional regulation allows you to respond to challenges with resilience and composure rather than reacting impulsively or destructively. It is the skill of maintaining balance and perspective in the face of adversity, of staying grounded when emotions run high. Through emotional regulation, you gain the ability to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and confidence, ensuring that your emotions work for you rather than against you. Self-mastery also involves cultivating a strong sense of purpose, a clear understanding of what matters most to you and why. Purpose provides direction, motivation, and meaning, serving as a guiding light in times of uncertainty or doubt. When you are connected to your purpose, you are more likely to make decisions that align with your values and priorities, rather than being swayed by external pressures or superficial desires. Purpose is the fuel that drives your efforts, the anchor that keeps you focused and committed, and the lens through which you evaluate your choices and actions. The pursuit of self-mastery is inherently tied to personal growth and learning. It is about continuously challenging yourself to expand your knowledge, skills, and perspectives. Self-mastery requires an open mind and a willingness to embrace change, as growth often demands stepping out of your comfort zone and into the unknown. It is about seeking opportunities to learn from successes and failures alike, recognizing that every experience is an opportunity for growth. Through this commitment to learning, you become more adaptable, resourceful, and capable of overcoming obstacles and achieving your goals. Self-mastery also requires the cultivation of positive habits, daily practices that support your well-being, productivity, and personal development. Habits are the building blocks of your life. They shape your routines, influence your mindset, and determine your outcomes. By consciously choosing habits that align with your goals and values, you create a solid foundation for success and fulfillment. These habits might include regular exercise, mindfulness, goal setting, or time management. Over time, they become second nature, enabling you to operate at your best with less effort and greater efficiency. Central to self-mastery is the ability to maintain focus and concentration, even in the face of distractions. In a world filled with noise and competing demands, the ability to focus on what truly matters is a rare and valuable skill. Focus allows you to direct your energy and attention toward your priorities rather than being scattered or overwhelmed by external stimuli. It is the discipline of saying no to distractions and yes to the tasks and goals that align with your purpose. Through sustained focus, you can achieve deeper levels of productivity, creativity, and satisfaction. Resilience is another critical aspect of self-mastery, the capacity to bounce back from setbacks, adapt to challenges, and persevere in the face of adversity. Resilience is not about avoiding difficulties, but about developing the strength and mindset to overcome them. It involves cultivating a positive outlook, maintaining a sense of hope and determination, and finding solutions to problems rather than dwelling on obstacles. Resilience is built through experience, through facing and overcoming challenges, and through a commitment to growth and learning. It is the belief that no matter what happens, you have the inner resources to rise again and move forward. Self-mastery also entails the ability to manage your time and energy effectively. Time is a finite resource, and how you choose to spend it directly impacts your success and well-being. Effective time management requires clarity about your priorities, the ability to set boundaries, and the discipline to focus on high-value activities. Similarly, energy management involves understanding your physical, mental, and emotional limits and making choices that support your overall well-being. By managing your time and energy wisely, you create the conditions for sustained focus, productivity, and balance. At the heart of self-mastery is self-compassion, the ability to treat yourself with kindness, understanding, and patience, even in the face of mistakes or setbacks. Self-mastery is not about being perfect or never failing. It is about embracing your humanity and recognizing that growth is a journey, not a destination. Self-compassion allows you to learn from your experiences without harsh self-criticism or judgment, fostering a sense of self-worth and confidence. It is the foundation of a healthy relationship with yourself, enabling you to show up fully and authentically in all areas of your life. Self-mastery is ultimately about alignment, aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your goals and values. It is the ability to live with integrity, to make choices that reflect your true self, and to stay true to your commitments. Alignment brings a sense of peace and fulfillment as it allows you to live in harmony with your inner and outer worlds. Through self-mastery, you create a life that feels authentic, purposeful, and deeply rewarding, a life that reflects the best of who you are and what you stand for. The journey of self-mastery is a lifelong endeavor, one that requires constant reflection, effort, and dedication. It is a process of continuous improvement, of striving to become better today than you were yesterday. Self-mastery is not about achieving a fixed state of perfection, but about embracing the ongoing journey of growth and transformation. It is the commitment to being the best version of yourself, not for the sake of comparison or competition, but for the fulfillment of your potential and the realization of your dreams. Through self-mastery, you unlock the power within you to create a life of meaning, purpose, and extraordinary possibility.